We're back with another ATOP5 podcast with a new, maybe familiar face. We subbed out because he is a boozer. So now we got Addy Dale, and we got the rest of the crew. So what are we talking today about, boys?
Quarantine and COVID, man. So I think
everybody's talking about that crap, man. We got to talk about something else.
All right, I guess we'll hop on the wave this time, man. So
Wyatt's covering his mic again.
So first things first, what are you boys doing with your quarantine? What are we doing with all our time?
Yeah, we're on the game every night.
On the game, we're in the same lobby every night.
We can't even play 6-man live because we got too many friends.
Too many.
Gotta play private match.
We're so popular. No.
And we rolling
Doing
deep.
a lot of COD.
Michael Myers.
Other than Xbox, what are you guys doing with your time?
Working.
You're
an essential worker, Wyatt. You want to tell us about that? About your
Wyatt, what do you do for what do you do for a job?
You know, we provide solar energy for.
Hey, don't be you.
We are actually the #1 solar installer in all of Illinois. So.
Who's number 2?
I don't know. We don't even worry about our competition. That's how high we are, Noah.
Why? What's that business called? Promote yourself.
It's going to be Foster Construction. If you ever need some solar needs, hit our line.
Jack, what have you been doing during quarantine?
Oh, I thought nobody would ask. I've been doing my best to do my online classes, even though I'm a poor online student. Other than that, you know, I like to ride the skateboard around the block. You know what I mean? Like try to get out, get some vitamin D. I like to fish. Fishing is a good exercise.
Rock on.
Jack, let's go fishing.
All right, you can probably outfish Jaden because Jaden sucks at fishing.
Hey, I've caught more fish than Jack hasn't caught it his whole life, so that's okay.
I'm not gonna
Why does he go like this every time he talks? Why does he do this every time he talks? We can all hear you. You don't have to just lean in and go like this.
Lucky how Jack to see his lips.
Pull over. You know Noah's got your job with that stash.
I'm the sheriff.
Come on, let's not avoid the fact here. Noah, did you shave the beard?
We just said that.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did.
Noah, is that a stash I see growing?
Yeah, it's the new sheriff in town. You feel?
Right high. Hey, nobody sees because Mr. Noah Spockman will pull you over.
Oh God! You're seeing my Chevrolet. What's the reason behind the shave? Why'd you do it? What? Because I got nothing better to do.
Noah's got the cube.
I think of a few things in shaving, but
you guys are throwing shave at me. I see how it is.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So I take it everybody except Jaden and Wyatt are college students. How are you guys doing with all your online classes?
Yeah, Jaden was the only one.
Community college dropout.
albums on the way from those two.
Jackson, bro, I still gotta make that picture you told me to do.
Yeah, I know. You have
I gotta
to,
get
man.
the Cougars outfit, sit on the bench.
Yeah, he's gonna dress up as the mascot, channel his inner Kanye, and drop a mixtape with some features from Jaden on it by the sound of it.
The whole ATOP5 is gonna be on it, guys.
I don't know about that.
Kanye featuring J Mitt.
He said featuring J Mitt.
Jackson,
J-Mitt.
where do you go to school?
I go to school at the University of Minnesota.
How are you dealing with your online classes?
It sucks. I want to be back there so bad.
Is there any advice you would give to somebody who is struggling with their online classes? Because we know you're a scholar. You are probably the top student in the podcast right now. How do you do your online
Oh, no, Jaden was a close second.
Jaden was a close second before he dropped out.
Right before the dropout point, Jaden had straight A's, but then he just decided Manny's was the way to go. Jaden is going to own Manny's one day. So,
Everybody, frozen pizzas are $5. Buy 5, get the 6th one free, so you know.
Jaden, you started getting the delivery system, so how's that going? Deliveries.
You know, I live off tips. So whoever wants a tip, you know, That's how it goes.
I must say, I did not make it through one semester, so I didn't even get to experience the online classes.
Me and Wyatt had math class, and we were just sitting there playing COD the whole
I know, boy, every day. We were getting a better way. Double XP weekend.
I was also in that class.
We
But,
played
you know,
zombies, and
I
I feel
actually
like
did my work.
we'd be top in the world. We'd be top of the world at some zombies on freaking COD Mobile.
Oh man.
Hey, bro, until the teacher slid by, then we had to pull about that math.
Can you make that sound again?
Can you come in the room so we can look at the math? No, I'd rather play COD.
Anyway, Jack, I think you have to have a schedule and you have to hold yourself to it. I don't do it, but I think it would be beneficial if someone needed some help.
Gotcha. So I know me, Cam, and Noah all go to Highland Community College, but Dylan, you go to ISU, right? So
Yeah.
How do you do your online classes? What's your schedule like?
Well, my schedule is very last minute before the exam. We have online lectures, but I don't always do them. Jackson, do you have that problem too?
I only have one online lecture, and I like that's mandatory, so I always go to them. It's at 8 in the morning. It's 8 to 9:30. So I set my alarm. I get up and then I go back to sleep.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't have any like real face-to-face ones until Thursday. So that's the only bad one. Or not bad, I guess, but like the only one I really have to be on time for. Otherwise, I mean, you just kind of got to work through it with your people you met in your classes and kind of, do your thing.
Gotcha. Cam and Noah, do you guys have any online lectures that you have to show up?
Yes, and they're trash.
Tomorrow, Miss McGinnis.
I have math at 9 in the morning, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up like 15 minutes early, eat breakfast, and hop on there. And what sucks is I try not to put my camera on, but there's only one other person that shows up to my math, along with like the teacher. And she always yells at me to put my video and audio on, even though I don't really talk much. So,
one thing I will say. You done?
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. One thing I will say is that it is nice for like my chemistry class because he like records all his lectures, so like we don't have to be there at all or anything. So one thing is nice is that you can always go back and re-go over the notes if you need to,
Gotcha. So my advice for anybody in online classes right now is definitely hold yourself to a schedule. Like if you're going to get up, if you're going to sleep in, just get up and do your shit in the morning. Like get it done so you don't have to worry about it later in the day. But that's about it. It's kind of easy if I'm being honest, but some classes are hard because they're obviously not supposed to be online, but it's just it takes willpower to get through these online classes the right way.
Well,
more so it's a lot of responsibility too. You have to plan it out accordingly. If you have something to do at 9 p.m., make sure to get the other stuff done beforehand so you don't have to rush to it.
Well, one of the classes that me, Jack, and Noah have together, actually, they just ended up canceling the class the rest of the semester and gave us A's.
Yeah, Mr. Yeager, if you ever watch the podcast, you're a G. I loved your class.
James Yeager.
James, his real name, James
Yeager.
James Yeager or Jim.
Similar to one of my also favorite teachers of all time, James Winker. If you ever watch this podcast, you're a great guy. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. Both of you, Yeager and Winker, I hope you're both doing well through this stupid, uncertain time of.
Don't forget Markham.
We're just shouting out high school teachers.
And Koonder.
Shout out Sturkey.
Sturkey sucks.
Whoa! Don't flex on Sturkey. Don't flex on Sturkey.
No, Sturkey was literally had a bone to pick with me for some reason. Made me get a C in his class for no reason at all. Sturkey, if you ever watch this, you're an okay dude, but you really pissed me off.
Wow.
And I would say Sturkey was
Hey Wyatt, Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. She did what she had to do.
Me and Wyatt were in the same Sturkey class. That shit was.
Bro, I was in a class with you for Sturkey, and I was in a class with Jackson for Sturkey.
Yeah, I had no problem with him. I thought he was a cool guy.
Sturkey's cool, but he does way too many notes.
And you can check my notebook. I've
Oh,
never
speaking of
page of
sturdy,
notes ever in my life.
Noah.
That
speaking
was
of
nap
sturdy-
time right
What?
there. That was nap time.
Hold on, Jack, you can go, but I want to
Oh,
go.
I know what you're gonna bring up.
Alright, I wanted to say, Sturkey, you're not a douchebag or anything if you ever watch this, which you probably will. But Sturkey wasn't a douchebag. He wasn't an awful guy. He just really made me angry at the end of his class. I
remember
class
when I
every
was
day,
over
did
at
all my
Jack's
work.
house, bro.
Hey, can you
He
not
was talking
interrupt
to his
me?
dad.
Can you not interrupt me?
I will.
I go now.
All right, I'm done.
Alright,
Sturkey,
alright.
you're not a douchebag.
So actually, I have a story about Sturkey's class. So me and Noah were in the same class, and senior year or last year, Sturkey ended up having a kid, and so he was gone for leave for his kid being born and everything. So he gave us these notes. Jack, you might want to extend, or Jackson, you might want to extend the time on the meeting.
Damn, it costs money. $150
Jackson,
for an
talk,
annual
talk.
thing. We might have to split this up, boys.
I got you on Cash App or Venmo right now. How much is it?
Yeah.
150.
150 a year.
A year?
Yeah.
And we have to kind of do this right now, don't we?
He said the
Oh,
bank
we have 10.
account
We have
ain't-
10 minutes left.
ain't
We
looking
can
too
we
pretty.
can end this meeting and start another one
Alright,
afterwards.
let me finish the
Not
story.
enough time. Not just joined.
Is it not?
Dude,
What?
why is that doing it?
Where is it? No.
Did you
Numbers. We're gonna need numbers. Anything?
Fix your Wi-Fi.
Numbers.
Is he lagging for any?
Information, websites. No, shout out to
It sounds like
business.
he's underwater.
No, bro, your fucking Wi-Fi sucks.
Bro.
Trash. No, this is garbage.
That's just how it is.
I mean,
My names.
You guys seen that TikTok? He's like, "Hello, I am under the water."
I can't even swim. I can't even swim.
oh,
All right, let me finish the story real quick. So me and Noah were in the same class, and he gave us before he left a bunch of notes, which all you had to do was copy out of this reading that he gave us, and they were worth like a crap ton of points. Like, and it went towards the end of our year grade, and like we had a test on it and everything. Well, we had our Chromebooks too, and so I turned mine in, and Noah also turned his in, and I was always on his ass about getting his work done because I was a good friend and wanted him to get his shit done. So we're in English class, which we also had together, and I get an email from Sturkey when I open up my Chromebook, and it says that I didn't receive full credit because I copied my notes. And I was like, hold on. I was like, I know for a fact I did not copy at all. Like, I finished these notes all by myself, and I always got on Noah's ass because he wasn't doing them and we had class time. And so I walked up to him the next period in Markham's room and was like, hey, Sturkey, I was like, I got to talk to you. Like, why didn't I get full credit? He's like, because you copied. And I was like, I copied off of who? And he's like, you and Noah had the exact same notes. I was like, he's like, next time if you guys are going to cheat off each other, try to change out the words. And I was like, hold on. So then I went and talked to Noah, and I was like, Noah, I was like, how did you have the same notes as me? And Noah decided that it would be a good idea because he was so lazy that he went into my Chromebook account because he knows my birthday, and we all have the same like username. It's like our first initial or whatever. He knows my birthday, and he copied and pasted my notes and turned them in. And it really pissed me off. I wouldn't have like said anything to the teacher, but it took my grade from an A to a B, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going for that. Like, I've had a 4.0 senior year, and I'm not fucking it up now. And this man had the audacity to sign in, not even say anything to me, not even give me a heads up, and just take my shit. So that's my
And
stuff.
what I did too is I put in a reword thing, so it paraphrased everything. He noticed because he saw I was on it, because I sent it to my account. Yeah, that was bad. But moral of the story, please know your friends' birthdays because it can really help you.
that's not the moral of the story, Spock.
That's not a moral of the story.
That is the moral of the
That's
story.
not, no, the moral of the story is
Moral of
don't
the
cheat.
story is
Jackson's the
College
easiest,
dropout.
420.
the moral of the story is if you're gonna cheat, you got to be a little more
You'd be a little better.
No, I think the moral is not to cheat.
Not to
No, cheating's fine.
to a degree.
I get kicked out of school for that.
Oh yeah, you go to a big school.
I wasn't gonna get out of Freeport High School though. Jeez, why is the room so red?
I got the cap room gaming sign, you know.
Yeah,
No,
can you
what are
tray
you
flip
doing?
yet?
What?
Can you
Hey,
tray
I
flip
gotta
yet?
pee.
I cannot tray flip. I tried to kick flip the other day and I rolled my ankle.
Did it hurt?
It still hurts.
I can.
I got some questions. Nut, unmute us.
What's up? What's up?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
How is your girl?
I don't have a girl, so you
That's
can hit my
cap.
line though.
That's
Add me
cap.
on Snap at Lancer12, and then I just posted on Instagram. You know, with the drip. So go ahead and
So,
like that too.
follow-up question: if you so say you don't have a girl,
Yeah.
who is Alexa?
Oh.
You know, you know, you know,
Cookie Monster.
I can't answer all this. You know,
Special
just-
guest Trent.
You don't know who Alexa is?
well, I know who it is. I just won't be taking any questions about that at this time.
Why not?
Special guest.
It's just
Trent, introduce
Kinda
yourself,
funny.
man.
Trent, what have you been up
Special
to?
guest on Trent Strohecker.
Addy 2.0, what's up?
Dude, don't call me that.
Actually, this is Addie's cousin.
What have you been up to, Trent?
Nothing, just staying in the house.
You're in
You
high
guys want to
school.
know,
So,
Trent is the only person currently that is still enrolled in high school.
yeah, so how's that going? How's high school like with like sports and everything in school? How's that the transition?
What? Oh, it's been good. I mean, football season was good, yeah.
What?
All we can see is the top of your head.
Trent, you were on the
Alright.
baseball team, right?
Yeah, what happened
Yeah.
about baseball season?
Canceled.
For sure.
Yeah, well, we don't know yet, but I mean, if this doesn't look like it's clearing up, so probably
Clearing up as in it's like a war or like a weather advisory or what?
yeah, I guess.
Hey, Trent. So when do you think this whole quarantine thing's gonna blow over?
Never. 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 What?
Never?
Hey,
Oh man.
where's Jack at? We need those music questions.
Can you not see the chair moving?
You don't see him like popping up.
Poltergeist.
What's going on, guys?
Jack, time to get to the main topic of our podcast tonight.
All right, let me close my door. Somebody just got a Snapchat.
Oh, shit, weird.
All right, so since I know we're all stupid bored during this quarantine, what's some new music that's came out recently that you guys like, that you guys have been listening to, even if it's old music, new music, whatever? What's on your guys' playlist?
Good
This
question.
bad boy. It's on repeat. On repeat.
Well, Tory Lanez dropped an album not too long ago, and I've been listening to a little bit of that.
Shout out Joey Macaluso.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, for the one song "Broken a Minute" that released a while ago, but my favorite songs are "Stupid Again" and D&D. D&D is pretty fire, and then also D&D by Polo G
Yes, that's
is
good.
also pretty good. They named it the same thing. And "Find My Way" by DaBaby, if you haven't heard that.
That is very good.
It's a single that he just dropped. Also, shout out my boy Jack. I know he loves this album. Rod Wave.
Yeah,
Rod Wave
Rod
is the
Wave.
goat.
Rod Wave.
The Greatest is a pretty good song. 5% Tint, I think it's called. Yeah. Also a good song. So go
I've
give him
definitely been listening to Uzi's new album since he's dropped it.
Sure.
a pretty popular, but still like kind of underground country / R&B singer Leon Bridges. He just released a song with John Mayer called "Inside Friend." That in the content of that song is pretty I don't know, fitting for our current situations. I suggest all you guys check it out.
Country now.
No, it's not really the song isn't country, but he's a country singer. It's like an R&B song.
I would have to say during this time, I would say most of my listens, considering that a lot of these artists I feel like have a lot of free time, not a lot of music has dropped. I mean a lot of music has dropped, but not a lot. So I've been listening to a lot of unreleased, and I've listened to the whole lot of Red Leaks, and still super excited for that.
Nothing right now.
What do you guys feel about that new Juice WRLD album that's gonna drop?
That is actually, I believe it's dropping in like the next 2 weeks. I seen something about it.
What do you guys feel about it?
Oh, I'm excited, man.
The only thing I would say about it is I feel like the unreleased stuff has been like so many people are digging deep for these unreleased songs that it's becoming now that there's almost no hype for his release stuff, that they're already listening to everything. And I think that these people that keep pulling new songs and putting them out are kind of almost ruining it, considering that that's what we look up forward to, and considering we won't have any new Juice WRLD music coming, I feel that that's kind of almost upsetting.
I'd
I
say
feel like
if
his new music that's gonna come out is gonna be way different than his unreleased shit.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be very much, I feel like it's gonna be very much like X's. I hope it's not like X's posthumous stuff where they kind of almost just made it look like they were trying to make money off of him, and it's actually still has a Juice WRLD vibe and sound to it. Jack.
One, you sound like an idiot. You said posthumous. It's posthumous.
My bad.
Posthumous.
Posthumous.
Posthumous forgiveness.
Either way, Wyatt sounds like an idiot. I might sound like an idiot too, but he sounds like bigger of an idiot.
Yeah.
And about Juice WRLD's new thing, I honestly, personally, I think it's gonna be just a whole bunch of stuff that people have already heard.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. Like, it's not something we can say for certain. It's just, it is what it is. But what's anybody else listening to? Anything else you want to point out?
For me, I've been listening to a lot of Kids See Ghosts, Kid Cudi, Kanye. I think when you go back and listen,
It's not even open, is it?
no, I haven't opened it yet. Not yet.
It is one of the best albums of 2018, and if you haven't listened to it, I recommend going back and listening to it.
I think it's a very underrated album for its time when it did come out. Also, another album I've been listening to, which I do have a great deal for, is Kaput by Destroyer. It's very good, jazz influence alternative album.
All right, Cam, I see you have two hands up. You must be dying to say something.
This is not on topic of the music, but going back to prior what we said about, we briefly talked about quarantine, and I think I have a not a bold observation or a bold prediction, but a very likely prediction in my opinion. I think that because we've been locked up in the house so much, and we very well could be locked up even longer. I think that people's hormones are going to get to them, and I feel like we're going to experience the next possible baby boom after we get out of quarantine.
Interesting.
It's actually a
Very off-topic but bold prediction.
I'm just saying, I think that people are going to get out there and they're just going to start going at it.
So, coming off of that, does that mean you're going to be a dad? Is that what you're telling us on the podcast right now? Congratulations, Cameron.
Hypothetically, at this moment, no. But
you're saying you're open to being a dad.
I mean, who wouldn't want a little Cameron running around? Honestly,
Who's the Godfather?
I wouldn't.
I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna happen, because
it's always a possibility.
But also, no premarital sex is going on here, so
just be saying.
yeah, I don't know if that's possible.
So there's going to be a lot of marriages now too. Then.
Right. So if if I do become a dad, I'll be married too, so that's a double whammy because I don't have premarital sex. Yeah. But baby boom. Very likely.
Noah.
Will I be the godfather? No. Okay.
So, what do you guys think is gonna happen after this quarantine thing?
We're
feel
gonna get lit. We're not gonna be at the house at all. We're gonna be going out. We're gonna be having fun. I don't even know at this point. We're hardly gonna be
I
even
feel
on the
like-
game anymore.
I feel like we're gonna catch the new personal best bass. That's for damn sure.
Jaden can't fish. He's gotten skunked. Last 2 times we went fishing. So, but,
Jack, if you have an extra pole, I will go fishing with you 100% any day.
That's my poll.
that's Cam's pole.
Cam's got a pole. Cam's gotta have a pole.
I
I
don't
don't
need
have a poll.
I'll get it in my hands.
Still on the subject. Wow, if I could speak. Still on the subject of quarantine. What's the first thing you guys are gonna do when this shelter-in-place order is lifted? What's your first thing on your mind right when you are legally able to leave the house?
The boys.
The boys all day.
The boys are linking.
I'm getting a meal
All
at
day.
Canova's before I do anything
The
else.
boys are linking. We're
You can get a meal at Canova's right now, but
No, like sit down, get the whole.
Because
the
he
whole
wants that
experience,
piano
you know?
playing. He wants an authentic experience.
Yeah.
Ichiban is gonna be open, so we definitely are going to get some sushi.
all right. Anybody else have any
if there's any girls watching this that want to go on a date,
I think all the boys are single, right?
hit me up.
Everybody except for Jaden.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I like that, Cam. That's a very good point. If anybody wants to go on a date, I am a nice guy. You can hit me up.
Nuts also taken, guys. We forgot.
I'm not taken. I'm not.
I'm gonna tell
We're
Alexa.
gonna give a good hymn to Jack right now.
Not.
Nut, when are you gonna pop the question with Alexa?
I'm
Gonna
not.
propose to her, bro.
I'm not.
You guys heard it here first. Nuts get married.
I'm not ready for
Hey,
all
no,
that.
that's for marriage. Just like Cam.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the
dad
start of the
first.
baby
I'm
boom.
gonna be a dad.
Baby
The
boom.
baby nut running around.
Yeah, I'm actually
Yeah,
gonna
a
be a dad.
little Nut Junior.
Nut.
A tiny nut.
Little
Tiny nut.
peanut.
So since the consensus of this is that we're probably just gonna hang out with the boys right when we are able to and won't have to feel bad about it. What's everybody's favorite story with anybody in mind in particular? So Dylan, what's your favorite story about anybody?
Come back to me. Come back to me. Let me think real quick.
I got one about my boy Nut. Well, this summer actually, I think he's frozen, so I can't see his reaction. He's got pretty bad Wi-Fi. But Nut decided that it'd be
In the
a good
trap.
idea. We were at our friend Elise's pool, and he thought it'd be a good idea to try and go skinny dipping in midday. And so he put his junk in a solo cup, and I was in the pool, and he was walking around with his junk in this solo cup. And I don't know what he was thinking, but he decided that he was gonna jump in the pool. I don't know if he forgot how gravity worked, but he let go of the cup, and the cup just dropped. All you see is Nut flying through the air, butt ass naked.
I was in the air like Jordan though.
Nuts, little nut flying through the fucking pool.
All right. Anybody else got a story they want to share?
The only one here I would say would be like when we went to Galena, and it was when everyone was picking on Gannon. Well, kinda. He kind of had it coming for him. But like I think it started out. Did it start with Cam or did it start with Noah?
No, it started with me. Me and him
Yeah.
started wrestling,
Yeah. So
and then
Yeah.
Noah was trying to help him up from the ground, and then he
Yeah,
started
like-
fighting Noah.
exactly.
that was
You,
in
Sam.
that was in the spare room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punch.
So that's what happened. So when it started, it was me, Cam, Gannon, and was there someone else in the room with us?
I was in the room.
Jackson, right?
I
Yeah.
was in there.
That
I
was
started
my
recording,
room.
right? Because Gannon came in and just started trying to mess with Cam.
No,
and-
no. That's not how it happened. The start of it was he was laying in bed and he was the last one there and he fell
Oh,
asleep
yeah.
already. So I started
Yeah.
messing with him, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, and then you guys started wrestling, and then Gannon thought he could take you, and he slammed him. Fast forward a little bit, right? Gannon goes, I didn't know this part, so someone had to fill me on this part. But, like,
I didn't either.
yeah. So, Jack, were you out there when Gannon and Spock started
Oh,
going?
yeah. I was out there.
So, fill us in on that
I
one.
wasn't there at that point.
I saw it clear. Well, what happened was after he was getting up off the ground, Noah was trying to be nice and help him up, and I think from what Noah said, Noah, you're muted, but he tried punching Noah in the nuts.
Yeah.
And that kind of sparked the whole thing. And so Gannon walked in, and there was like a connector through this spare room to a bathroom to a pool area that was inside. And everyone was hanging out in the pool area. And Noah was kind of upset. And so Gannon and Noah were still messing around. And we were all just laughing because we thought they were joking. And Gannon sat down on a lawn chair. And all of a sudden, I just remember looking over. And I couldn't see Gannon, but I could see Noah over top of him, and I just saw him just throw 2 jabs, and I heard them both connect. And then Gannon got up, and like shortly after, Gannon had a black eye, and Gannon, I don't know why Gannon didn't do anything. I thought they were gonna end up killing each other or in the pool.
I thought we were gonna end up in the pool, low key.
Oh yeah, that's me and him wrestling.
So how it started in the pool area was Gannon fell off the thing, or Gannon fell off the chair because Noah Gannon was talking some shit, and Noah said, "What are you gonna do about it?" And then Noah fell off the pool chair, or Gannon fell off the pool chair, and Noah was like hovering over him, like probably not really gonna fight him, but had it in his head like, if he swings, I'm gonna fight him. And then all of a sudden, Gannon decides to try and punch Noah in the nuts, and Noah loses it, throws his 2 punches, and Gannon pusses out and backs away.
I would say the best part from that night was our dinner, though. That was a good dinner.
That was
Oh yeah,
We got that-
Over like
that
12
long
beef
ass
in the
hot
middle
dog.
of a restaurant.
What'd you say?
yeah. We had 12. I had we tried to get a reservation at Vinny Venucci's in downtown Galena, and I placed a reservation online, but there's also a Vinny Venucci's in Dubuque. And I placed a reservation at the Vinny Venucci's in Dubuque by accident.
All I remember
And,
is ordering, and all of a sudden, 30 minutes later, a foot-long hot dog comes out, and I was like, "What did I just order?"
that was
All I remember
So we went to Dirty Grits instead and probably had a better time.
That was
All I remember was
The first time we went to Galena, I swear we freaking drove around for a good hour and 50 minutes to try to
Yeah,
find
bro.
something.
I was gonna talk about that.
yeah.
And then-
It was
and then-
Jack's
and
birthday.
then we ended up going to Pizza Ranch just because
Well,
it was the only place that
Ranch.
nobody was at, and to the point where we didn't have to wait 45 minutes to get some food.
Wyatt. You remember the laxatives?
Yeah. The
So
first.
time out. Let me tell that story.
How you
So
gonna know it when it happened to you? You don't even know any of it besides when it happened.
Yeah.
No.
You don't know.
so first they put the laxative in. Was it me and Jackson's drink?
Yeah.
That's all you know. That's all you know.
So they put it in my drink, and at first I looked at my drink and I was like, "This looks like it looked really fuzzy." I was like,
No. You had
I
no
didn't drink
clue.
it. I didn't drink it.
Jackson
drink
drank
it?
the
I didn't
whole
drink
thing.
I didn't
Nah,
shit
you know
Jackson
what?
drank the whole thing.
What started it is on
Oh.
our junior year spring trip, we put a sex pill in Gannon's Gatorade because our games the first day when we got down to Jacksonville got canceled. So we were in the hotel for 8 hours.
Blue Rhino.
And that's where his name G Rhino got started from because we gave him a blue rhino. So when we all got down to Galena, Jack and Gannon and who else was with us? It was us 3 and was it Noah?
Yeah, I was with you. Remember Jackson said,
Yeah.
"Can I drive with you guys?" And we said no.
Yeah. And we already had the idea that we were gonna do it to Jackson and Wyatt. I don't know why it was them. I think they did something that I don't know.
I didn't do anything, bro. I drove
It was
everywhere.
Wyatt. It was Wyatt because it was Wyatt. And
You
Jackson,
had-
I don't know if Jackson
You
or Gannon got
had
into it.
church in the morning.
4 hours.
Yeah, I had church in the morning, bro. I had to get up early and leave.
Yeah,
Talking
so we
about
made a pit
laxative.
stop at Walmart and we got sex pills and laxatives, but the sex pills didn't. We had to crack them open, so it was kind of hard to do. but we put laxatives in our shit.
Connor was
I finished
Connor fell
my
asleep
brain.
like 7 o'clock.
Yeah, Connor was out at 7.
Hold up,
Connor
real
was
real quick. So we
Well,
know
boy, so were you. You went to sleep early too.
Me?
Boy, I ate the
Yes,
whole.
you.
Why the first night you were out at 8 o'clock?
That was the first night. The second night I wasn't out. Second night I was one of the last ones asleep.
I
No.
ate the whole box of cereal. I ate the
I
whole
came
box
downstairs
of
and you were
cereal
asleep on the
and
ground.
a gallon of
Bro.
milk.
Me and Jackson were the last ones awake.
I was downstairs.
We
I
were
was
talking about jumping off the
Jackson
balcony.
and Jacob.
We were talking about
No, it
going
was
downstairs
Jackson.
and jumping off the
It was
balcony.
Jackson, Noah, and Dev.
Devin went to bed earlier, but we woke him up with the solo cup.
Because I was laying on the couch with Jackson and Noah, like not like that, but like we were just all chilling on the couch watching
How
stuff.
many times do we throw something over the balcony onto the people on the couch?
That was so funny.
All right, keep going with the stories because I still want to tell the story about Jaden.
You can
Hold
go.
up.
Our
I
stories are
think
good.
Nut, since we heard about you drinking piss, I think you should tell us about the time where you took yourself at practice.
Oh.
He had the white shorts on, bro. I was like, hold on, Nut, did you shit your
All
pants?
right. All right. So I was. All right. So it was like junior year baseball practice, and we were running like sprints down the hallway, and I was sick. I was sick like 2 days before, and I decided to wear white basketball shorts to practice. So then I was running, and I thought I farted. I really thought I did.
He said I sharded, bro.
Bro, I come back running. Coach was like, "Simmons, you had a little accident, huh?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I turned around on my pants. Big old brown. That stain was huge. I had to throw them shorts away. Like, they were ruined.
That man had a whole turd stick in the shorts.
Didn't work, man.
Duke 'em.
Oh my gosh.
That's where he got the nickname Dukums.
Oodie doo.
Shit, what do you do?
Oodie doo.
I have a story I want to tell though. If you haven't heard this story, you're missing out. But so this is a story about how Jaden broke his ankle, right? So we were playing. It was our junior year baseball season at Rock Falls, first game of the year. You know how it is. We're winning. You know, game's going good. Like we're up by like 5 runs or whatever. Everybody's having a good day. Like it's really like what could go wrong at this point, right? But then Jaden was on third base, and somebody had a pop out to the left fielder, and
No, I
Jaden
hit a ground ball.
Oh,
Shortstop.
right. Cam hits a ground ball to short.
I was on third and somebody was on first.
All right, so Cam hits a ground ball to the shortstop, and Jaden was like, "Yep, I'm going for it." Shortstop throws it to home, and Jaden's like only 3/4 of the way, and the catcher has the ball. So Jaden's like, "What do I do at this point?" He decides he's going to try and hurdle him, but then midair he decides that it's not a good idea. So he slams his feet down on the ground. This is Jaden's ankle. All of a sudden, it's like this, and Jaden's ankle is completely broken, like 100% broken. And everybody's
Came up
like,
and it was
"Ooh,
dangling. Like,
what
it
happened?"
was dangling.
And everybody in the dugout were like, "Oh, it's probably only a sprain." And then he rolls over, and the whole dugout can see his ankle, and it's about as big as these 2 fists together. His bones were all over the place.
They were gonna kick me. They were gonna kick me out of the game. They were gonna kick me out of the game. Trying to kick the
They
catcher.
ended the game because of you.
Yeah, they ended the game because of Jaden. But when Jaden's lying out there, right? Jaden's lying out there. So here's a little backstory.
Hold on, tell me about the dart.
Jaden throws darts in a Thursday night league, and Jaden calls me out there. Jaden calls me out there while he's broke. His ankle's broken. He's in stupid pain. He doesn't know what's going on, right? And he calls me out there and he goes, "Jack, bro, make sure you grab my darts, man." On the bus, darts are on the bus. He was gonna go from his baseball game to his dart league, and he goes, "Make sure my darts. Make sure you get my darts."
Oh. Should I pull up the picture of the ambulance on the field?
Ambulance on the field, whole thing. Jaden's broken.
I was laying there like, man, what the hell is this freaking ambulance gonna come? Because I was laying there for a good 35 minutes before the ambulance came there.
There's all of us with the ambulance. See if I can find the one of Jaden going like this with with everybody behind him.
Rock the F on, man. Rock the F on.
Who's got the meme of the WWE wrestlers with Jaden's face flying through the air?
Hold on, let me try to see if I can find it. I definitely
It was
got
like
it.
Rey Mysterio with Jaden's face just flying through the ring. I think I deleted it.
It's saved in a group chat somewhere though.
Yeah, that'd take
It's
a while.
definitely,
to
it's
get to.
definitely somewhere.
Oh yeah, here. Don't know if you can see it, but there.
Won that game. Preface.
Yeah,
Oh,
did we win that game?
We won that game. It was 5-3 in the fourth inning.
Oh, I'm thinking of
Oh.
Seager here.
I definitely should have drop kicked the hell out of that catcher.
You did.
He
I
tried.
definitely should have booted
Wasn't
that.
very
man.
successful, but he tried to.
I definitely should have kicked that
You guys,
catcher's.
you guys remember
I
when
should definitely
Gannon,
should have kicked that catcher to the fence in the back.
you guys remember when Gannon freshman year ran across the plate and sprained his
At
ankle?
Belvedere.
He slipped on home plate.
Man, that game was
Sprained his
so
ankle.
cold. We were freezing that game. That man just came and like tried to slide, and his ankle just was like, whoop.
That was awful. And the trainer was hot.
Trainer, what's hot? Belvedere trainer, if you're out there, hit my line.
Yeah,
I
dude.
remember I was sitting that game with Keith. Keith and I try to get the trainer to come talk to us a couple times. It didn't work.
We definitely like, what the heck?
Who's got some good stories?
Yeah, anybody got
I
any
know
other
we got
stories?
some golf stories.
I know Noah and Jackson got. Oh,
Cam, golf story, freshman year. Here's the story about when Cam gets kicked out of a meet. Ready, go.
me? Okay, so
You and me.
I was playing with Wyatt, and freshman year, I mean, me and him were both small, like extremely small. I
Like
think I was
five,
probably like 5'1", and Wyatt was probably like 4'11". You were smaller than me,
I don't know about 4'11", dog. That's like a midget.
bro. I promise you, I was like 5'1".
Small
Okay.
person.
Either way,
Yeah,
so
they
these
don't like that
dudes
word.
are probably like at least they're close to twice our size. And anyone that knows Wyatt or watched the last podcast knows he has a fat ass mouth. So we start our round, and Wyatt just is talking, does not stop talking, and these guys quickly get annoyed of him. And I think I was annoyed too, but I just wasn't. Obviously, he's my teammate. I'm not going to say anything. But they start going back and forth, and I wasn't in it, but they were kind of bullying him in a way. And after a while, I was just tired of hearing it, and so I stuck up for Wyatt. I was being a good friend. I stuck up for Wyatt and was like, "Can you guys?" I cussed him out a lot. Basically, just told him to screw off. But one dude started getting smart with me, and so me and him started going back and forth. And at one point, I think I told him I was going to beat his ass. What, Wyatt?
So you're close, but the part you're forgetting, I hit your golf ball. Remember,
Oh.
I hit your golf ball, and then you
I do
started
that all
cussing
the
me
time.
out, and then you thought that they were
If I
talking.
see a golf ball and it's there, I'm hitting it. I don't care.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, either way, I just got into it with them over some stupid shit.
Yeah, it was this stupid shit.
And this dude just kept like, he wasn't even keeping my score, but he was like saying how he's gonna add like 10 strokes and everything, and I was like, I really don't care. Like, I play golf for fun. Like, do whatever. And we just kept going at it, and after a while, it stopped, and then we got to the last hole, and this round took forever. Like, it was dark by the time we finished, and we got on the last hole, and all four of the balls were literally directly right next to each other on the green. And I ended up putting the wrong ball, and that's what drew the coaches to us. And then as soon as the coaches came over, the dude that I had been arguing with the whole round snitched on me and said how I was cussing and all this other shit, blah, blah, blah. And I ended up getting disqualified, which was probably better for my average. But then we got on the bus, and Coach Galley, shout out Coach Galley, was
OG.
talking to Ian,
OG.
the upperclassman, I guess, and was saying like, you got to keep these underclassmen in line, blah 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 blah. And then me and him had to talk, and yeah. And then senior year, me and Galley got into it because of me and Jackson.
What about?
What?
I'll never
Don't remember that?
Here when I seen
I know, 'cause you
my
weren't going to
cousin
play with
walking
me.
down the fairway after Jack and Jack, who were you playing a playoff hole with for number 1?
Devin.
Devin.
Hey, Devin,
Devin. Bro, when I seen my cousin walking behind you guys with his club going like this,
He's drunk.
and Noah lost it.
He was on like it was a hole 17 or whatever where the club was
Oh,
at.
bro, it was hole 14. He left his club on the green. No, 15. 15, he left his whole club on the green and walked all the way back.
Clubs I lost. Snapped one my senior
I
year.
snapped one during qualifying my sophomore
one my
year.
senior year.
Not having it.
I can imagine Noah snapping at the club over his knee.
I did. That's what I
No,
did.
hold on, Noah. You snapped
Started
it over
banging
the
it
knee,
against the
but then
ground,
when
making
it was
divots
you
and everything.
Jackson in qualifying, you smacked the side of your bag with a club, and then
I do. I smacked the side of my bag so many times. Oh
I
god.
can just
I only
imagine
broke one
Noah
club.
golfing.
I broke
And it wasn't out of anger.
Mine was out of anger.
Yeah, I remember that. And fucking nice
Me and
ass
Jackson and
irons.
Noah were in the group.
My
I
kick in
remember
the
when
kitchen
Noah
was not
hit
an
Noah
anger, it was
Daniels
about
that
winning
had
the game.
golf ball freshman year.
He wanted to
What?
beat my ass.
That was hilarious.
Who else has some good stories? I know Jackson and Noah got some good stories about people.
Hey, you guys
Continue.
remember when Jake got hit in the nuts with the baseball at practice?
No.
Oh,
No, I
Owen.
don't remember
Owen
that.
did.
He started, there's no way you guys don't remember that.
Owen got hit in the head.
Owen got hit in the balls.
baseball.
Owen got
Or
hit
when
in the
hit
head.
No,
him
he
with
got
the
hit in the
bat.
head.
Noah, why do you have a medal on?
Because this is the medal that I cheated for.
There's no way Noah is actually wearing a medal right now.
At the pretzel invite,
The pretzel invite.
sophomore year.
Hey, who remembers Owen? Who remembers Owen?
Red man.
Red
Red
man.
Red man, red man.
Who remembers the cigar?
This
Oh,
that was
Jack.
the best meet ever. I don't
that's up there for sure. We can't even talk about that.
Can't
He
even-
talked about Jaden. He thought it was my
With Mr. Schrademeyer.
Yeah.
Chessmaster.
Sit at the
What's
front
up,
of the
Jack?
bus.
Chessmaster Stratemeyer.
Halfway through the ride, he made me sit at the front of the bus because I went to go grab my headphones, and he said I couldn't move while the bus was moving. And we hit every green light on the way home. I shit you not.
All right,
Jack-
that's gonna wrap it up for this podcast. If you guys want to see more, share it, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Leave us some suggestions. You know the
We
vibes.
need
Like,
'em.
just help us out a little bit if you like the content. If you don't, if what we can improve on, anything like that. So yeah, we're out.
We're sponsored by
Leave
Body
a
Armor.
comment. Be
We do
like
need sponsors.
him
We wanna
on the
play the
1, 2,
game.
3, him.